are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And running with power here. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. You talk about this Miami defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And this unit knows exactly where they rank. They're number 2 against the pass in the NFL. You know they have their sights set on being number 1, looking for a big game today.
Second down and 6 now from the 26. Now Stroud. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Evades the tackler and now some space. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Rodney. Oh, hey.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Texans at 11-2 now, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
This a 2nd and 8.
Hey, uno. Oh, hey. Look the hot.
And the tight end goes in motion left. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense for the Dolphins, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Now you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Stroud. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On the quick, right? Hey, south. Good.
Mixon with a first down carry. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Whoa. Nike taxi.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Stroud looking to change the play. Mixing up the middle, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 11. Whoa. Hey, uno.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go. Hey, south. Look the hot.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Here we go, let's go.
They'll give it to Mixon. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Nike taxi. 2J.
Stroud off the play fake. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Why Tony? Tony.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. Tank Dell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Texans will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Seven nothing is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A man who is both a prep and collegiate star here in the Lone Star State, Devon Achane. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
Damn, nice play.
The man downfield is Hill. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I don't know how you guys all keep falling for that shit.
59 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Fuck, I know.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these 2 teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
Robin.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now a pause for the injury, and that is, yes, Joe Mixon clearly in some discomfort following that last play.
All right, game.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Okay, game. Okay. Well, did not see that coming.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. Stroud now. To the right side and caught by Dell. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage.
He's done for the game. Thanks a lot. Wow, Madden.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. And Stroud now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
Dude, can I get a count, like a flag?
Good effort there trying to take a shot,
I mean,
but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
No chance.
Go, go. South.
Stroud to throw it.
Trying to throw the ball.
Incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Fuck me over.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial. Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Again, it's Achane. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 3rd and 6. That's who is going to change things up. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fights him off.
Dude, if you make that block, that's down.
Punt, 2 on the return. And the Texans will take over.
How much to do this?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession.
We are screwed.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Ow, dude. Mixon is absolutely killing. Absolutely killing.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Oh, ready? Look hot, look hot.
Throwing now is Stroud. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Yeah.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Dude, throw the ball.
Got him again.
For the touchdown. First down.
Action
Easily.
with 1:59
Easy first down.
The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Now Hill to return it. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Achane on the counter. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
And they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick here is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2nd down and a yard.
Oh, ready. Down, down, down.
In motion right, that's Collins. To throw again on second down. Stroud. That's complete to Pierce. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
In motion right, that's Collins. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is. Here on 3rd.
Under. Why, Tony? Hey.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
What?
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call him for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Uno.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Stroud now on 4th down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will knot us up at 10. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tua, a final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Actually hurt.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to Achane on second down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Here's 3rd and 3. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Tua going to change the play. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. They get it to Hill, and they'll let him run. And I think the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this 3rd quarter, we have our answer.
Well, basketball, you know, they tell you to have active hands defensively. I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Throw the ball away, dude. I told you to throw the ball away. You don't listen.
That'll be a safety.
You don't listen.
They were aiming for defensively. A huge
Told you to throw the ball away.
Any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
Waddle now to return it. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. On play action, here's Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down. A give, running right, Achane. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield.
I'm telling you, bro,
that's
that's
this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They went backwards for the safety last time they had it. Fortunately, they get the ball back on the turnover, and now they'll begin with a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Stroud eluding the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Stroud.
Nice play, dude. Nice play. Nice play.
And Brandon, this is
I don't know why he threw it upfield like that. It was supposed to be to the sideline.
Where's he going with the
Nice
football?
play.
Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Turbo 2, ice jab. Ice jab, turbo 2, ice jab. Hey, turbo 1.
After the turnover, it's Tua. To the sideline and incomplete.
Wow. They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
3rd quarter of a 2-point game, a good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Ready to stand.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Houston. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
21G.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Achane gets it from the gun.
Oh, I'm done.
And he will take it in.
I'm done.
For a Dolphins touchdown.
Did you just see that crap?
Devon Achane.
My guy had an easy tackle, and for some reason he went the other way.
Add to their 4th quarter lead.
Wow, man.
Point after, right down the middle.
I'm sorry,
and
Dad,
makes this
but I feel
a 9-point
like I
game.
just got robbed right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
I got robbed.
And this return
I got absolutely robbed.
end as he is belted at the end of that one.
No joke, I got robbed. I'm so upset with that crap. Dude, robbed like no other.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look
Dude,
to throw.
fucking, oh my God. Yo, you guys are capable of blocking. You know, it is possible.
And once again, hit as he
It
throws.
is very
That one
possible.
wound up incomplete.
That defensive line is not that good.
Oh, right. Speed left, speed left. Look to hot, look to hot. Nike Texas.
Stroud looking to throw.
Dude, what the fuck is wrong with this?
This defense is past.
Oh my God, bro. Oh God, dude.
There's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue
Stroud, he's
by
wide
sending people on the
open.
blitz.
The Texans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Tony.
Here's Stroud. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Being chased out left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
A shotgun handoff to
Dude,
Patterson.
why are you?
He is met at the line of
Why are you
scrimmage, and
in?
He goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed them. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
What are you doing?
Well, they needed
Up
2.
there.
They could only get 1. 4th down. So a big one coming here for Kaimi Fairbairn. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that'll move them back within 6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second
yo,
down.
what the fuck?
Number 1. He's right, snarf.
Tua sets up to pass it. They're going deep for Hill.
Dude, I don't even know why the hell you were in, dude. Why were you in? I knew he was going there, too. Why were you in?
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
See, I can't stand this game like that shit.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 13.
I can only tell you, I got screwed. They took Joe Mixon out of the game.
Kickoff unit as they run
dude,
up and
come
send
on,
this one away.
Joe Mixon, Mr. Iron Man.
And he'll be out of bounds
Mr.
across the 25.
That guy is a... That's funny. That is hilarious, man. No joke, man. Absolutely hilarious.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Called out a very strong gain of 24. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Oh, ready. Look the high, look the high.
Stroud.
Dude.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
Under. Why, Tony?
And Stroud now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 22-yard line. Stroud sets up the play action.
Throw the ball, bro. God, throw the ball.
They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Phillips in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
That should have.
Here's second down.
Hey, uno more. Here we go.
Stroud out of the gun here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats
Dude,
it away.
you can't impede on my receiver like that.
And while it's probably going to take a
You
miracle
can't.
at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
A big play needed, no doubt.
Here
3rd and long. Now Stroud. That is caught by Dell. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker.
Here we go, let's go. Buggy, 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 buggy. Hey, south, south, south.
Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. That is caught. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Here now, 2nd and goal. Here's Stroud. This one left side.
Dude, Jesus
Patterson.
Christ.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Stroud to throw it. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. Oh, the Texans may have recovered. They did recover. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Hey, uno. Hey, uno Mars.
Stroud. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
A little less than 40 seconds remaining. Here comes 2nd and 10. Stroud looks to throw. That's complete to Dell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Buggy. Hey, south.
Stroud back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Oh, Eric.
To throw is Stroud. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. It may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
A big play looming on 3rd down.
Look the high, look the high. 19 Texans.
He'll look to throw.
It was a first down, dude. It was there. It was there.
What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
How's it tonight? Hi. Why Tony? Hey, uno.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, uno Mars.
They'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Dolphins, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, it's a loss that could hurt come playoff seeding time as they fall to 11-3. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on